Hey, good morning. Today is Friday and it's July 22nd. I'm up on the roof here in Santo Domingo, Xenacoj. It is 6:15 in the morning, and the neighbors already are blaring their music. So it's just kind of interesting. I come up here for the quietness of the morning, and neighbors are already up and at 'em. And I'm sure many neighbors can hear them. I don't know if you can hear it here on the video, but I can certainly hear it as I'm going through things. I'll be honest with you, I did not sleep well last night. I woke up at around 1 o'clock, so I slept for a few hours well, and then I just woke up, and there was just a lot going on in my head. Yesterday was kind of one of those days where my world was shaking a little bit. I wanted to read a little bit from 1 John because that's what came to mind as I was wrestling last night in the early hours of this morning. And 1 John 4 starts in verse 7. Dear friends, let us love one another, for love comes from God. Everyone who loves has been born of God and knows God. Whoever does not love does not know God, because God is love. This is how God showed his love among us. He sent his one and only Son into the world that we might live through him. This is love, not that we love God, but that he loved us and sent his Son as an atoning sacrifice for our sins. Dear friends, since God so loved us, we also ought to love one another. No one has ever seen God, but if we love one another, God lives in us, and his love is made complete in us. I could go on from there. Let me move back so you can see me. But yesterday what happened was we're getting really close to finishing up Maria's house. We'll put the final touches on it this morning. But we have some extra wood over there and some extra cinder blocks, and I think I had mentioned earlier about seeing Angela's house and wanting to go over there and repair it at some point. That may or may not happen, but there was another woman who came into our viewpoint, our perspective, or our focus here just yesterday afternoon. Her name is Carmen, and we went over to where she is building a house. She's got the help of an older gentleman who must be a friend of the family there, and her husband abandoned her. She has 2 kids. Her daughter Evelyn, I think, is 7, and her son Jose is 4. And she is building a house with tree trunks and branches as the posts, the support posts, and she's got the roof structure or framing done, and then she needs to put I think she's got some pieces of rusted aluminum metal roofing material that she's going to throw up there, and she's trying to figure out where she's going to get wall material from. Well, interestingly enough, we've got a lot of wall material left over from Maria's house, and we brought our family over there. We took a look, we talked to her, asked her a lot of questions, and looks like today we're going to probably deliver that excess material, at least the wood part, over to her house so that it can be used for the walls of her house. I wish I could describe it better. I'll take some pictures today if I can, and I'll post them when we get home, just to give you a glimpse as to what we're talking about. When we returned from Carmen's house site over to Maria's and talked to Maria about taking the wood over to Carmen's house, I had a chance to share with Maria a little bit about my vision, and I told her that there's a lot of reasons why our family comes back to Xenacoj over and over again. We like to have the missions experience for our family, and I think I've even talked about that in some of these rooftop reflections. But probably the main reason we come back over and over again is that we want to share God's love, and we want others to experience that, and we want that love to be contagious, and that people like Maria would share it with others. We love because he first loved us. He sent his Son as an atoning sacrifice for our sins, and there's no greater reason to go on any kind of missions trip, to do any kind of service project around your home, or to do something kind for somebody else besides the fact that we were first loved. That's my rooftop reflection, my morning thought for the day, and I hope that that stretches you. It's certainly something that is rumbling around in my head, and as I start my day. I love you guys, and I look forward to connecting with you again tomorrow. Keep stretching.